Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. I'm here to tell you what went on with my first week of chemotherapy. When the doctors came in, as I said before, I had a lot of questions, and one of my big concerns was, am I going to lose my hair? And they said, yes, you will lose your hair. And for a girl, your hair is everything. I was devastated. I had very long hair, and I wasn't ready to be bald. I was very upset over it. But what could I do? It was either keep my hair, save my life. I prefer to save my life, considering I was only 19 years old. I had two doctors, Dr. Hayani and Dr. Selvi. I still see them today. I have to see them once a year. The first thing they gave me for chemotherapy was prednisone, as I said before, and I would stay on it. I was supposed to have 6 months of high intense chemotherapy because if you're from the ages 2 to 16, you're considered fine. You don't need to do I don't have to do high intense chemotherapy. You're not considered high risk. From 16 above, you're considered high risk, and from under 2, you're considered high risk. So you have intense chemotherapy. So I had to deal with that. On top of it, when I went in for my first spinal and bone marrow aspiration, they came back inconclusive, which means that my head and my spine protects itself from the rest of the body. So within less than 12 hours, I went in for another spinal tap, and I had to have that one done. Spinal taps are not fun, and they were injecting, as they did this, they would eject the liquid from my spinal and eject and put in chemotherapy to help my spine. It needs to, because if the cancer comes back, it can come back as tumors in your spine and your head, as my doctors explained it to me. So with that, it included also in my therapy was 2 weeks of radiation done to my head. So every day I had to go for 2 weeks of radiation. So while I was still in the hospital, I had asked if I would have kids. Am I going to have a normal, sexual life during cancer? Because chemo can bring you down. And he said I should be able to do fine. I asked if I could go to school. He said, I advise you not because you will be weak. I was told that I was going to have a portacath put in. And when that was being put in, I still had an IV in my arm. And the lady who came to pick me up to have my portacath to be put in literally almost ran over my IV that was in my arm that needed to knock me out to put the portacath in and rip it out of my vein. I was ready to scream and hurt the girl because it was just like, hello, it's in my arm, it hurts. And so I went for that, and before I knew it, I was backed and I was bandaged up, and it was, I hated it. But it was something I had to have because of all the times, every week, almost every day, I was getting chemotherapy. And in order to do that, I had to have a portacath because hitting my veins would damage or even kill my veins. So they did what was necessary. I felt like this was my life for the next 2.5 to 3 years. And it was just something I had to emotionally prepare myself for. And I had to realize right then and there that I had to grow up so fast if I was going to survive this. So what I did was I put on my happy face. I put, I'm going to beat this. And there was nothing, no one or nothing was going to stop me. No matter how hard I was going to be brought down with the chemo, I was going to fight and I was going to win. In my next video, I'll start with the other chemotherapy they began me with. But for now, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Please like the video and please put in the comments any questions you have, and I will look through them and start answering them as soon as I get through what chemo I was going through. Talk to you all. See you all soon. Bye.